Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Madam Ashita. We are from Group 1. Today, we would like to present about competent person under Noise Risk Assessor.
The competent person that we choose for this assignment is Mr. Gabriel Sherman Zabala. He is one of the competent person in Noise Risk Assessor field. He is 35 years old. He is married and lives in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. His secondary school was Sekolah Menengah St. Michael, Sandakan, Sabah, and then he pursued his study in Form 6 in Sekolah Menengah Sung Siu, Sandakan, Sabah. Then he is graduated in Bachelor in Information Technology at Open University Malaysia. So before this, he works as a technical assistant for 4 years and as a registered noise competent person for 3 years in Camp Science Consultant Sendirian Berhad. Currently, he is working on his company, which is Sherman Service and Supply.
Let's move on to the company background. Currently, Mr. Gabriel is attached by his own company, which is Sherman Services and Supply. The company name is taken from his middle name, which is Sherman. He established this company in 2017 until now after he quit from his old company. Until today, this company is still operating. Not only doing a noise risk assessment, Sherman Services and Supply also servicing in Chemical Health Risk Assessment, which is CHRA, Hygiene Tech 1, where they do chemical monitoring, Hygiene Tech 2, where they do testing for engineering control, for instance, testing on a fan. Furthermore, Mr. Gabriel is a noise competent person, but now we call as a noise risk assessor. His experience in safety and health took around 7 to 8 years, especially in noise. Next, the mission, vision, and motto of Sherman Services and Supply. This company's vision is to deliver solutions for the industry at an affordable rate while maintaining quality. For the vision is to leading service provider for occupational safety and health, while their motto is delivery solutions.
Next, I will present about the experience of Mr. Gabriel in the industry. In February 2014, Mr. Gabriel worked for Champion Consultants Indian Berhad as a JKKP registered noise competent person. As competent person, Mr. Gabriel was in charge of coordinating and conducting employee noise exposure monitoring and in preparing reports and presentations prior to client and JKKP submission. Mr. Gabriel worked as a competent person in Champion Consultant until September 2017. Mr. Gabriel established his own firm in September 2017 based on his prior expertise. He named the company Sherman Service and Supply. Mr. Gabriel acts as a person in charge in making major corporate decisions, managing the overall operation and resources of a company, acting as the main point of communication as he is managed his own company. Mr. Gabriel also holds a position as JKKP registered noise risk assessor. The main activities of Mr. Gabriel in Sherman Service and Supply are also the same while he worked at Champion Consultants Indian Berhad. Mr. Gabriel's firm is still operation to this day. In addition, experience in noise monitoring and noise risk assessment, Mr. Gabriel's tasks and details were coordinating site sampling and preparing of noise risk assessment report in accordance with Occupational Safety and Health Noise Exposure Regulations 2019. A full list of sites where assessment has been carried out is available upon request. It started in September 2017 until today. Furthermore, he also involved for various industries such as oil and gas upstream and downstream, oil palm upstream and downstream, aviation, food and beverages, and many more before he started his own business. Now, I will tell you about the relevant training and courses that Mr. Gabriel has attended. As a competent person or as a risk assessor, Mr. Gabriel attended a monitoring of noise exposure on 5th until 10th of December 2011 that was organised by National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, NIOSH. On 27th until 28th May of 2019, Mr. Gabriel attended the transition for noise competent person that was also organised by National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, NIOSH.
There are several challenges that Mr. Gabriel said during the interview. Firstly, he needs to deal with a various attitude in which attitude characterize circumstances, an individual or an object as regard an individual personal state of mind. Secondly, the different working time in the client's company. So it is difficult for Mr. Gabriel to attend any company that does not operate during the same hour as Mr. Gabriel's company. Moreover, Mr. Gabriel had worked in a company with a different working culture, and it is quite difficult for Mr. Gabriel to adapt to others' work culture. Next, Mr. Gabriel must consider how to sustain and provide good things for the company. Furthermore, the different language can't communicate because of foreign workers. Even though it was difficult to communicate with them because they couldn't understand or speak in English, but they could still communicate in Malay. In addition, Mr. Gabriel must prepare or complete the report within 8 hours. Then came the COVID-19 outbreak, which halted all work and comments. Even more, this job requires a lot of travel, and Mr. Gabriel must adapt to a new environment every time he travels. Occasionally, Mr. Gabriel's connection to the internet or outside world was lost while performing this job, making it difficult for him to communicate with others who are not from the same place. Lastly, how to change the client mindset. There will be a client who disagree with his opinion and guide because they heard or saw others who were okay when they are not following the procedure.